Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock on Tuesday, which means it's time for Magic News. This is where I wrap up everything that's happened in the Magic community. I wrap it all up and I let you know. So if you're interested in what's going on, who's fighting who, what the new tricks are, this is where you're going to get all your information for the last week. Fair bit of news happening this week, so we're going to get straight into it. And without further ado, let's get into this week's Magic News. A lot of places and a lot of conventions and a lot of things that people organise tend to wait until Blackpool has finished before they really start promoting their events. And the reason is kind of Blackpool eclipses everything, as you can imagine. So now over the next few weeks, we're going to see a lot of announcements from a lot of different conventions announcing who they've got and trying to get people to walk in through the door. And the Magic Circle are talking about the Magic Circle Convention. Now, I mentioned this on last week's news. The Magic Circle Convention is taking place on the 22nd of June, and it takes place at the Magic Circle headquarters. It's a full one-day convention. There's a dealer room that takes place over in the hotel nearby, and all of the lectures and all of the shows take place in the actual circle. You can have guided tours around the museum and so on and so forth. It's a fantastic convention. Well, they've already announced Topaz and they've already announced Mark Paul, which as far as I'm considering are two amazing names. However, they've just announced a third name for the convention, which is Robin DeVille. Now, if you haven't heard of Robin DeVille, he is the chap that entered and won the one competition at Blackpool this year, and everybody was raving about his act. I would love to see it. I didn't see it because I was obviously over in Killian's show, helping there because Ryland was part of it. But he did an award-winning act. He walked away with the £30,000 prize money. And it was an act called Dr. Blue and Mr. Red. And it was one of the most talked about things from the convention this year. Well, he is going to be on the gala show doing the Dr. Blue, Mr. Red act. So if you didn't see it at Blackpool, you get a chance to see it. And as well as that, he's going to be doing a lecture on creativity and how to be more creative in magic, which sounds amazing. So if you needed a reason to go to the Magic Circle convention, if you needed another reason, Robin DeVille is going to be there. And I think this is the first lecture I've ever seen him advertised for. Talking about the Magic Circle, they have announced Easter shows. Now, I'm not sure if they've done Easter shows before. They might have, they might not. I know their Christmas shows are always very, very popular. Well, they've announced Easter shows. They're going to have multiple shows over the 17th to the 19th of April. And the lineup is amazing. So first of all, Sam Fletcher, who was nominated for a comedy award at the Edinburgh Fringe, is going to be hosting the whole thing. And they have got an incredible lineup. So first of all, Edward Hilsom. Now, if you don't know Edward Hilsom, he's won every award there is to be won in magic. He's at FISM this year, I believe. He is the co-chair of the Young Magicians Club, which is the YMC, the Magic Circle's Young Magicians Club. Ed Hilsom is absolutely phenomenal. Then you've got James Friedman, who is considered one of the top theatrical pickpockets in the world. Well, James Friedman is going to be there doing his pickpocketing act. And then finally, you're going to have the Oberons. Now, if you don't know who the Oberons are, this is Mark Oberon, who is, let's be honest, one of the most well-known magicians in the magic community, who has teamed up with his partner, Emily, and the two of them do a two-person mind-reading act called the Oberons. And they're literally taking this show on tour all over the world. They've been traveling the world doing this show, and now they're going to be doing it at the Magic Circle Easter show. So that's running from the 17th to the 19th of April. There are multiple show times throughout the day. You can go check out the Magic Circle website if you want all the details. Now, if you're over in America, then I've got some exciting news for you because the Champions of Magic Tour are back. So the Champions of Magic Tour is one of the most popular tours that you have. They tour regularly across the whole of the US. They constantly are changing their show, and they're back in 2025 with a brand new show. Now, they're doing a North American tour. It's running from March to May, literally non-stop from March to May. So you can go check out the Champions of Magic website if you want all the details, and you can book tickets directly from there. Young and Strange are headlining. They are obviously one of my favorite illusion acts of all time. They've got brand new illusions, brand new show. Fernando Velasco is going to be there. He's from Mexico. Don't really know much about Fernando, but apparently he's an incredible artist. And then finally, Liberty Larson, who is a fourth generation Larson. Liberty Larson is going to be performing on the tour as well. So there you go. So it's the Champions of Magic tour, touring across the whole of the North America from the beginning of March all the way through to the end of May, and they're literally going across the country. I think they're starting in Florida and they're going all the way across the other side. So if you would like to see the Champions of Magic tour, and having seen them live, I can highly recommend them, then go check out the Champions of Magic website and get tickets right now. Now, talking about America, exciting news for anybody who lives in the States. Gregory Wilson, who is one of the, is a magician I have so much respect for, one of my favorite magicians of all time. His DVDs off the cuff and on the spot were incredibly instrumental in my kind of education as a magician. He has literally been there, done that, bought the t-shirts. I think that he probably personifies the magician's magician mantle more than anyone else now that the late great Daryl has passed away. Well, Greg Wilson is on the road. That's right, he's touring with a lecture called Things I Carry and Use 2.0. Now, he did a lecture called Things I Carry and Use, which is very, very popular. Well, this is the Things I Carry and Use lecture 2.0. And his lecture is literally touring the whole of the US. It's running from the March the 3rd to April the 19th. So from March the 3rd to April the 19th, you can see Greg Wilson at your local magic club. And he is, I can't tell you enough. If you've never seen Greg Wilson before, he is phenomenal. He is inspirational. He doesn't just lecture, he makes it entertaining. He makes it engaging. It's the sort of thing that's super fun, super interesting, super engaging, but at the same time, you're going to learn some incredible magic. So there you go, Greg Wilson, the Things I Carry and Use 2.0 lecture tour, taking place from March the 3rd through to April the 19th. Now, we all want something free, don't we? Well, you can get a chance to get something free right now if you go over to Penguin Magic. Penguin Magic released last week Franz Harari's Imagination Backstage Pass. Now, this is a product that Penguin have produced, and it is a free product. That's right, it doesn't cost you a penny. One of the things I love about Penguin Magic is they're always dropping free stuff. They want to give back to their customers. They want to, attract new customers. And so they give back by giving a load of stuff away for free. They did it with the Christmas special this year with me and Carissa and Eric. And now they're doing it again. So, I haven't watched all of this, but I've started watching it. And I'm telling you right now, if you are a stage performer, if you perform on stage, then you absolutely want to get hold of this. And it's free. There's no reason not to do it. All you do is you go onto Penguin. You'll see a search bar, search for Franz Harari's Imagination Backstage Pass, click on it, add it to your cart, go through the shopping cart, put it to checkout. You won't pay a penny, and it'll be in your account, and you can watch it immediately, and you can download it and stream it. It is incredible. Franz Harari is a great illusionist and magician, and you're going to see a backstage pass, seeing how everything works from behind the scenes. So there you go. Franz Harari's Imagination Backstage Pass is now free at Penguin Magic. There is literally no reason to download that. One more convention that I want to talk about, which is the Northern Magic Circle convention. So the Northern Magic Circle convention, which is taking place from the 18th to the 20th of April 2025. That's right, 18th to the 20th of April. They have already announced some big names. Their headlining act as a lecturer and on the gala show is Dave Loosely. You'll know Dave Loosely obviously from his days at Alakazam. He's a master creator, but also he's recently just won. He's the current Magic Circle Close-Up Magician of the Year, which is I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. So Dave Loosely is there headlining, but they've got some other incredible acts as well. If you would like to go to this convention, and you go onto the Northern Magic Circle website, there's convention tickets on there. All the prices are on there, and they've also got special offers at local B&Bs so that you can go and hang out up north in the UK for a few days and go and watch a really cool convention. So there you go. That's the Northern Magic Circle close-up convention, and that is you can buy tickets right now. Okay, so let's talk about some tricks that have come out recently. First of all, I'm going to briefly gloss over this one because I did a review show special on it. Flux 2.0 is now available from your favorite magic dealer. Now, Flux 2.0, which is by Roddy McGee and presented by Roddy McGee and obviously Noel Coulter at Trick Trick Boom. I reviewed it a few weeks ago. They bought it out a few weeks ago, but you could only get it through Trick Trick Boom. Now you can get it from all good magic dealers. Flux 2.0 is incredible. If you are a working magician and you want a really solid card reveal that looks like real magic, then Flux 2.0 is something you should go for. If you want to go back in the archives here at Magic TV, you can see my full review, complete with a full performance. Next up is a PPP2 by Ponta the Smith. Now, one of my favourite plots of all time is Charming Chinese Challenge by Troy Huzo. And there's been lots of different variations on Charming Chinese Challenge, and I always revert back to the original Troy Huzo because honestly I think that's the best. However, having said that, Ponta the Smith has brought out Triple P2, which is his version of Charming Challenge. I haven't seen it. All of these tricks I'm telling you about, I've seen the trailers, I've not actually seen the product yet, so this is not a review, but it looks very, very good. According to the ad copy, it comes with coins, it comes with the tutorial, it comes with a ribbon, it comes with everything that you need. I would love to find an even better version of Charming Chinese Challenge. I've done it for years, and it's one of my go-to routines. I've not found anything that's as good as the original, but I am going to pick that up because it's one of my favourite plots in Magic. Talking about interesting plots in Magic, a new trick that's just come out is the pop-up cigarette. So the pop-up cigarette, what is the pop-up cigarette? Well, the pop-up cigarette basically is a little sign, says no smoking, and it's got a picture of a cigarette in a circle with a kind of like a no smoking type sign there, and you just literally reach into the picture and you pull the cigarette out, and it looks like CGI. It looks amazing. It looks like that cigarette comes out, and apparently according to the instruction, according to the tutorial, not tutorial, sorry, the trailer, you get a very real looking fake cigarette. And then you can do a vanish and you can put it back in there and it looks like it's gone back onto the sign. I could see this being used in some sort of competition act. You know, you see a lot of competition acts that are done to music where you kind of see something and something happens, a little bit like the phone app by Soma. I could see somebody walking along, seeing no smoking, holding a cigarette, throwing it away, magically vanishing it, taking the cigarette out, the no smoking sign, smoking it, and then somebody comes past and so you put it back in. I could see that sort of thing. I could see this working really well to music. But yeah, it's got limited uses, I think. I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but it looks incredible. So that's a pop-up cigarette. Talking about things that look incredible, let's talk about Ben Williams, because he's a good-looking man as well. And he's brought out Switch, which is a download, and you can get it directly from Ben, but it is now going out through some other dealers as well. I've just seen it pop up on Penguin Magic. So what is Switch? Well, Switch is a download all about the different ways that Ben Williams has created to switch a card, a folded up card, as you open it up. Now, there's been a lot of different ways of doing this in the past. Wayne Goodman has got a great way of switching a card as you open it up. Obviously, Switch One by Christian Grace has a couple of different ways of achieving this. Well, Ben Williams has got several different ways of opening up a folded card and having it change, and he's put them all on this download. And honestly, this is such an important sleight to learn, because if you can switch a folded up card as you open it, I mean, the amount of things you can do with that is incredible. Ben is one of my favorite performers and creators of all time. He is somebody who talks the talk, but also walks the walk and then some, and anything that he puts his name to is worth its weight in gold. So if you want to pick it up, go to Ben's website, or Penguin is another place I saw it, and you can pick up Switch, and it's a download, and you can delve into it immediately. Talking about things that are highly anticipated, let's talk about Paradox Cube by Crazy Sam and Henry Harrius. So Henry Harrius has teamed up with Crazy Sam again to bring out the Paradox Cube. So what is the Paradox Cube? Well, basically, it's a cube where the spectator solves the cube either behind their back, under the table, under a handkerchief. You give them a cube, they mix it up as much as they want to, and then when you pull the cloth off, it is solved and the spectator has done everything. In that respect, it's a little bit like The Solution by Michael Murray. And I've done The Solution for years. I know Ryland does The Solution in his show, and he's done that for years. The Solution is a great trick. It really needs to be performed on stage, though, because there's a dual reality thing going on. This does not need to be performed on stage. You can do this close up. And I remember having this performed on me and just being completely freaked out about the whole thing, to be perfectly honest. There's lots of different ways that you can actually perform this, lots of different ways you can actually do it. It's been released through Murphy's, so you can get it from all good magic dealers. It's called the Paradox Cube by Crazy Sam and Henry Harris. And then finally, TCC have now made the Spectrum Sharpie available from all good magic dealers. It's gone in through Murphy's to all of the magic dealers. So what is Spectrum Sharpie? Well, Spectrum Sharpie is something I released with TCC, and it's basically a Sharpie trick. It's a Sharpie, it's color-changing knives, but built into Sharpies. So it allows you to do color-changing knives, but with Sharpies, with the logos on Sharpies. And it's one of my favourite routines of all time. I love performing Spectrum Sharpie. It's one of my favourite walk-around tricks of all time. It's pretty awesome. So if you want to learn one of my favourite walk-around pieces, then you can pick it up from all good magic dealers. I will be doing a video on this very, very soon, so we can talk about it in great detail. But for now, know that it's available from your favourite magic dealer, and that's Spectrum Sharpie, but myself and TCC. Now, there's no controversy taking place in the magic community this week. I say that. I'm filming this on the Monday. I guarantee you by the time this goes up on the Tuesday, some sort of thing has blown up. Of course, that's what normally happens. I remember when I was talking about Inject, and I'm like, it's back up. And then before the video went down, it was down, and it's back up, and it's down. But currently, there's no controversy unless you count the Atomic Deck. I'm not going to talk about the Atomic Deck anymore. I think everything that needs to be said about the Atomic Deck has been said. I am loving the amount of performance videos that I have seen of people performing it in a real world gigging situation. So many people have confidence to go and perform this, and I'm seeing so many people kill their audiences with live performances using the Atomic Decks. That's fine. I know some people don't like it. Some people are very negative about it, whatever. I will say, I've just watched, before I filmed this, a video by Caven Booth, who's one of my favourite YouTubers. I make no bones about that. And he has an interesting take on it. He's not negative about it. He's not completely positive about it. But he's got a very interesting take on the whole situation as a whole. He breaks it down. He talks about the controversy. He talks about, he actually reviews the Atomic Deck. And, you know, he then talks about other stuff as well. I don't want to ruin it for you. I would suggest you go and watch it. And if Caven, if you're watching this, thank you. Thank you very much for taking the time to, I think, make the best video on the Atomic Deck that I've seen out of every single reviewer, every single YouTuber. I think that yours was the quintessential version of it, so thank you so much. So there you go, that's the magic news for this week. Hopefully that's caught you up. If you've got any magic news that you want to share, please let me know in the comments down below. You want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Don't forget you can access the Netrix, which is my online streaming platform for magicians. You can access that immediately. We've got 5 new tricks going up on that this week. And yeah, other than that, I will see you again. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with Ryland for a Craig and Ryland review show. Until then, my name's Craig, and this is Magic TV.